So hello again class, Jericho in here. So welcome class to part 3 of module. Okay. Okay class, diba we stop at compaction of concrete. Okay. So again class, the main purpose of compaction of concrete class again, diba, is to get rid of entrapped air. Okay. Tapos yun nga, to avoid segregation na rin. Okay. So supposedly kasi class for maximum strength of concrete to be attained class, no? Supposedly class, makompact natin ng 100% yung concrete. Meaning yun nga, wala siyang air voids class. Kumbaga, a whole mass of concrete siya without air voids. Okay? So yun class, so meron tayong different types ng concrete. Bigyan natin. Different types of compaction ng concrete natin, no? Okay? So ano yung types ng compaction natin class? Yan. So again class, meron tayong manual ulit. So tawagin natin hand compaction, no? Okay, so minsan class ang gamit natin dito is yung steel rod. Okay. Kung hindi naman class yung ginagawa ngayon natin na tampers. Okay, alam niyo yun yung binabagsak mo na kahoy. Okay, depende yan class. Basta may certain surface area class, cross-sectional area yung tampers mo, kukunin mo class, babagsak mo. Basta by hand siya class, hindi siya machine, okay, or by vibration. So yun yung first step class. Again, hand compaction tayo. Okay? So next step class, ito na yung by vibrations. Okay? So gamit naman ng class yung vibrations class. Technically, ito is by machines na. Okay? So meron tayong compaction by vibrations. Okay? So supposedly class, meron lang tayong proper way of using yung vibrations. Ano muna natin class yung different types of compaction by vibrations. So meron tayong tinatawag class na yung needle vibrator. Okay? So it consists class of a steel tube called yung poker. Okay? Yeah. Tapos flexible shaft. Tapos syempre class yung power supply. Okay? So may proper way lang class ng insertion. So ganito yung tsura class yan. Yung vibrator natin class, no? So ito yung steel tube niya class, tapos yung something, tapos yung ano niya. So technically class, ang galawan natin dito supposedly, ito yung correct, no? Supposedly kasi class, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, itutusok mo siya doon sa concrete. Tapos meron siyang coverage class. So ang coverage siya kasi yung pabilog. Okay? So supposedly class, galawan natin class is staggered, hindi yung linear. Okay? Pag linear kasi class, parang pinaka-just lang naman dito kasi supposedly vibrate natin yung buong concrete. Kumbaga walang maiwan na shaded part. Okay? So supposedly kasi ganito yung correct insertion or like yung points of insertion ng needle vibrator natin. Okay? Ito naman class yung correct method of insertion. So supposedly class, magsa-start ka muna dun sa heel, nung parang parang mountain of concrete mo, no? Tapos to the left. Okay, so magsa-start ka dito class, tapos mag-move ka to a certain direction. Hindi mo siya ilalagay sa gitna agad kasi hindi mo ma-vibrate class yung nandito tsaka yung nandun. So supposedly class, magsa-start ka from one point going to one direction class. Okay, so ganun class. Para ma-vibrate natin lahat. Okay, tapos maalis natin class yung entrapped air. Okay. So moving on class, no? So after yung needle vibrator class, meron tayong tinatawag na formwork vibrator. Ito pala class yung types. So may types class yung compaction by vibrations, no? So needle vibrator, tapos meron na tayong formwork vibrator. So para nilalagay siya sa formwork class, i-clamp mo siya dun sa formwork. Discuss detail class ng video natin. Okay? Tapos third variation in class ng compaction by vibrations is yung surface vibration class. No? Okay? So, commonly used siya class sa floors, saka roof slabs, or pavement surfaces. Okay? Tapos meron din tayo class ng compaction by spinning. Okay? So, ito class, this method is known as yung centrifugation. It's used for circular elements such as yung pipes. So, ito ginagamit natin class, no? For, vibration ng pipes. Okay. Meron rin tayong tinatawag class na compaction by jolting. Okay. So, jolting class, more or less, ito yung electrical current. Okay. Tapos meron din tayong compaction by rolling. So, technically, yung rolling, wala siya dito sa video natin, no? Pero technically, ang galawan dito class, ito yung ginagamit natin class na compaction for precast concrete. Okay. Such as yung tiles. Okay? So again, class, tingnan natin yung video para matapos na. Yan.
Compaction of concrete. After the concrete is placed in the required location, it should be sufficiently compacted. First of all, what is compaction of concrete? Compaction of concrete is the process done for removing the entrapped air from the concrete. In the previous process of concrete production, such as mixing, transporting and placing of concrete, certain amount air is likely to get entrapped in it. The higher amount of entrapped air in the concrete, the lower would be its workability. If this entrapped air is not removed completely, there will be considerable losses in the strength of concrete. The graph shows the relationship between loss of strength and presence of air voids in the concrete. It is clear from the graph that even presence of 5% voids reduces the strength of concrete by about 30%. Thus, it is important to achieve 100% compaction to attain the required strength and durability. Besides, insufficient compaction also results in the penetration of aggressive chemicals into concrete, which reacts with the concrete and reinforcement, thereby reducing the durability of concrete. To achieve full compaction, the concrete must be sufficiently wet while mixing of concrete. However, too wet for easy compaction results in a reduction of strength in concrete. There are various methods of compaction employed at the site, namely, hand compaction, compaction by vibration, compaction by pressure and jolting, and compaction by spinning. There are different sub-methods available in each of these methods. Each will be explained one by one in future videos. Still then, stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel.
Okay, so yun palang class yung intro ng compaction. So simulan natin class hand compaction. No? Okay, so continue with the video.
Hand compaction of concrete. Hand compaction of concrete is generally adopted for small concreting works and unimportant works. Sometimes, this method is also used where a large quantity of reinforcement is used, which cannot be normally compacted by mechanical instruments. When hand compaction is to be adopted, the consistency of concrete should be maintained at a higher level. The thickness of the concrete layer is maintained between 15 to 20 centimeters. Hand compaction is done by rodding, ramming or tamping. Rodding is putting of concrete with rod of length up to 2 meters and 16 millimeters diameter to pack the concrete between the reinforcement and formwork. Rodding is continuously done over the complete area to effectively pack the concrete and expel the entrapped air. Occasionally, instead of the iron rod, bamboos or cane is also used for rodding purpose. The next type of hand compaction is ramming. Ramming of concrete should be done with sufficient care. Ramming is commonly done for unreinforced foundation concrete or in ground floor construction. Ramming should not be done in place of reinforced concrete or in the upper floor construction, that is, concrete is placed in the formwork supported on struts. If ramming is done in above-mentioned cases, reinforcement present may be disturbed or the formwork may fail. The other method of hand compaction is tamping. Tamping is the usual methods adopted for compacting the roof or floor slab or road pavements where the concrete thickness is less and the surface to be finished smooth and leveled. Tamping is done by beating the top surface by a wooden beam of suitable size. Since the tamping bar is long, it not just compacts the concrete, but also levels the surface across the entire width. That's all about hand compaction of concrete. Next video is on compaction by vibration. Still then, stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Compaction by
Okay. So ito na yung next part class. So ito yung compaction by vibration. Okay. So tuloy-tuloy lang natin class para matapos.
vibration. Even though the compaction by hand gives satisfactory results, the strength of hand compacted concrete is low as it requires higher water-cement ratio. To obtain high strength, it is important to use stiff concrete with low water-cement ratio. For compacting this type of concrete, mechanically operated vibratory equipments should be used. The modern high-frequency vibrators can even be employed for vibrating concrete in places where hand compaction cannot be employed. For example, a concrete with about 4 cm slump in a closely spaced reinforced can also be compacted by vibrators. Whereas, hand compaction required much more slump value of about 12 cm. The action of vibration makes the particles of fresh concrete in motion, reducing the friction between them and affects the liquefaction of concrete. This enables easy settlement. Compaction by vibration is an economical way of compacting the concrete with the less water-cement ratio. Apart from low water-cement ratio, the compaction by vibration is advantageous in the places of congestion of the reinforcement, inaccessibility of the concrete in formwork, and poor shape and texture aggregates are used. The perfect compaction by vibration not only increases strength of concrete and increases the durability of structures. All the above-mentioned advantages of vibration can be fully obtained only if proper controls are exercised in the design and manufacture of concrete. There are different types of vibrators employed in construction. A certain set of rules should be followed for different.
So ito na class yung certain types no compaction by vibration natin. So yeah.
Different types of vibrators. We can discuss each in future videos. Till then, stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel.
Again, class props Sky. Credits actually, all credits to anime_edu YouTube channel for the video.
Internal vibrator for concrete. Of all the vibrators used for compaction of concrete, the internal vibrator is most commonly adopted one. Internal vibrator is also called needle vibrator, immersion vibrator, or poker vibrator. The vibrator consists of a power unit, a flexible shaft, and a needle. The power unit is operated by electrical means, or by petrol engine or by air compressor. The vibrator is inserted into the concrete at a place of about 30 seconds to 2 minutes. The vibrator needle inserted at the spacing of 600 mm or 8 to 10 times diameter of the poker. The vibrations to the concrete are caused by eccentric weights attached to the shafts or the motor or the rotor of vibrating elements. The frequency of vibration caused by needle vibrator varies up to 12,000 cycles of vibration per minute. The diameter of the needle varies from 20 mm to 75 mm and its length varies from 25 cm to 90 cm. In case of mass concrete structure, bigger needle type vibrators are used. In case of congested reinforcement places, the needle may not go in concrete surface. In this case, the needle is replaced by a blade of the same length. The vibration in blade facilitates the compaction of concrete in congested reinforcement. The advantage of this method is it is portable and can be easily shifted from place to place easily. Next video is on Formwork Vibrator. Till then, stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Formwork Vibrator for compaction of concrete. Formwork
So again, class, nandito na tayo sa formwork vibration. Okay?
vibrators are also called external vibrator or shutter vibrator. Formwork vibrator is generally used for concreting columns, thin walls, or in the casting of precast units. The formwork vibrator machine is clamped onto the external surface of the formwork. The vibration is given to the formwork so that the concrete present in the shuttering gets vibrated. The compaction time of formwork vibrators is generally between 1 to 2 minutes. These vibrators operate at a frequency of 3000 to 9000 cycles per minute. This method of compaction of concrete also has advantages in places where reinforcement, lateral ties, and spacer interfere. The use of formwork vibrator also produces a good finish to the concrete surface. The shuttering and the formwork used should be rigid, strong, and watertight to withstand vibration caused by the vibrator. As the vibration of concrete is given indirectly through the formwork, the vibrator requires more power, and the efficiency of an external vibrator is lower than the efficiency of an internal vibrator. Next video is on cable vibrator. Till then, stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Cable vibrator for compaction of
Okay. So ito naman na tayo kasi dito sa surface vibrator. So tawag nila kasi stable vibrator, pero more or less parehas lang. Okay? So tuloy lang natin, guys.
concrete. Table vibrator for compaction of concrete is the special case of Formwork Vibrator, where the vibrator is clamped to the table. They are commonly used in laboratories and factories for compacting concrete cubes and prefabricated elements. The vibrating table consists of a rigid-built steel platform mounted on flexible springs and driven by an electric motor. The concrete molds are clamped on the table and allowed to vibrate. The average frequency of vibration caused by table vibrator is 4,000 cycles per minute. The vibrations are stopped as soon as the concrete in the molds forms a smooth leveled surface. However, the medium workable mixes require the higher frequency of vibration than stiff mixes. In this case, a high-frequency vibrator is mounted on the table. The vibrating tables are found to be very efficient in compacting stiff and harsh mixes which are used in the manufacture of precast elements. Next video is on surface vibrator. Still then.
Ay, joke lang, palakas ng table vibrator sa form palakas of formwork vibrator. Okay. So, pero para sila ng cycles per minute operating frequency. Okay? So, yeah. So, So, continuing class, yung next video is about surface vibrator. Okay? So, tune in lang tayo, class. So, yeah.
Stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Surface vibrators for compaction of concrete.
So again, class, ito yung discussion ng surface vibrator. Okay? Yung table vibrator kanina kasi sa form of yung parang formwork vibration. Okay. So again, class, this is the discussion for yung surface vibrator.
Great. Surface vibrators are also called screedboard vibrators. The surface vibrators consist of a small vibrator placed on the screedboard which is used for compaction of concrete for floor slabs, roof slabs and road surface. The vibration caused by the vibrators is transferred to the screedboard which causes movement of fine particles to the top surface and hence aid the finishing operation. The operating frequency of the surface vibrator is 4,000 cycles per minute. Mostly used for thin floor slabs and roof slabs where internal vibrator cannot be employed. These vibrators are effective only up to a thickness of 150 mm of concrete. Most commonly, surface vibrators are used in vacuum dewatering technique or slip form paving technique. Next video is on platform vibrator. Still then, stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment.
So yung platform vibrator, class, additional info na lang siya, no? So panoorin na rin natin.
Comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Platform vibrator for compaction of concrete. Platform vibrator is nothing but a table vibrator, but it is larger in size. This type of vibrator is used in the manufacture of large prefabricated concrete elements such as electric poles, railway sleepers, prefabricated roofing elements, etc. The large vibrating table consists of a rigid-built steel platform mounted on flexible springs and driven by a number of electric motors. The average frequency of vibration caused by table vibrator is 4,000 cycles per minute. The vibrations are stopped as soon as the concrete in the molds forms a smooth leveled surface. Sometimes, the platform vibrator is also coupled with jerking or shock-giving arrangements such that a through compaction is given to the concrete. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
So talagang yung table tsaka platform vibrator, class, para sila dun sa mga precast concrete, no? So, yeah. Yung mga naman medyo compacted talaga. Tsaka sure, smooth rin class yung surfaces produced by them. Okay?
Curious? Kindly do like, share, comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Compaction by spinning.
So, ito na class yung second to the last tayo, no? Kasi again, wala tayong video about the compaction by rolling. So, ito na tayo, class. Yung compaction naman, class, by spinning. Okay? So, tuloy lang natin, class.
Compaction by spinning is one of the recent methods of compaction of concrete. This method of compaction is commonly adopted in the manufacture of concrete pipes. The concrete mix, when spun at a very high speed, gets well compacted by centrifugal force. Hewn pipes, spun pipes, etc. are common examples which are compacted by a spinning process. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe.
So, simple lang class yung discussion nyo yung compaction by spinning. So, technically daw class, it is used to make pipes, concrete pipes. Okay? So, tuloy natin class.
Subscribe our channel. Compaction of concrete by pressure.
So, ito na yung last class ng video discussion about compaction. So, it's all about compaction by jolting. Okay?
And jolting. Compaction of concrete by pressure and jolting is commonly used for compacting hollow blocks, cavity blocks and solid blocks. This is the best effective method of compacting very dry concrete. The dry concrete is vibrated, pressed and provided jolts. The frequency of jolt of 100 to 150 jolts per minute is provided. With the combined action of the jolts, vibrations and pressure, the dry concrete gets compacted to a dense form to give good strength and volume stability. By adopting this technique, a concrete with very low water cement ratio can be compacted to obtain the required strength. Thank you for watching. Stay curious. Kindly do like, share, comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Curing of concrete.
So, ayun class, cut natin dun, no? So, summarize ulit natin class, no? So, yun yung stage class ng compaction. Okay? So, summarize natin class, no? So, stage 4 natin class, no? So, andito na tayo sa compaction ng concrete. So, again class, ang pinaka-purpose ng compaction ng concrete class is to attain yung maximum strength by eliminating your air voids natin. Okay, kumbaga, alisin natin class yung entrapped air dun sa concrete. Okay? So, technically, again, class, to avoid yung honeycomb natin. Okay? So, supposedly, class, meron tayong limang variations ng compaction. Meron tayong tinatawag yung manual class, or yung hand compaction. Okay? So, supposedly, class, hand compaction, meron tayong tatlo. Okay? So, siya pa ba? So, meron tayong tinatawag class na rating. Siyempre, kailangan ka ng rate class. Tapos, meron tayo nung ramming. Okay? Tapos, stamping. Yan. Okay? Second variation natin class is yung compaction by vibration. Compaction by vibration. So, technically, ito yung machine-made, mas common na ginagamit natin. Okay? So, meron tayong tatlong variations class. Meron tayong tinatawag na needle vibrator. So, ito yung ginagamit natin class pag congested na yung reinforcement. Tapos, portability, vibrator. Okay? Tapos, class, second variation ng compaction by vibration is yung formwork vibration. So, at times naman class, no, na parang inaccessible na yung needle vibrator, ito na tayo sa formwork vibrator. So, literal lang siya class na parang dinidikit natin yung vibrator. Technically class yung needle vibrator, internal vibrator yan. Okay. Tapos yung formwork vibrator class, sa labas na siya. Kinakabit lang siya class dun sa formworks. Okay. So, third variation in class ng compaction by vibrator is yung surface vibrator. Surface vibrator. So, as per video class, yung surface vibrator, ginagamit daw natin to sa hollow blocks or yung bricks. Okay. Tapos, class, next, meron tayong compaction by spinning. Action by spinning. Okay. So, compaction by spinning, class. Ito gandang points. Ito naman class, compaction by spinning. Again, yan yung galawan natin class. Kung gusto natin gumawa ng concrete pipes. Okay? Tapos, meron tayong compaction by jolting. By Jolting. So dito sa jolting class, it involves electrical current. Okay. Tapos lastly class, yung compaction natin by rolling. Technically, ito na yung pang precast concrete, no? So para ito rin lang kasi yung table. Yeah. Sa ano yun, vibration pala yun, no? So ito naman kasi yung pang precast daw. So compaction class by rolling. Yan. Okay. So moving on class, no? Dito na tayo sa 6th. Okay. Sorry class, ang yeah. Compaction pala class is 5th stage na tayo. Ayusin natin. Hindi siya 4th stage. Dapat nasa 5th na tayo. Erase. Yan. So again, class, ang compaction is the 5th stage of production of concrete. Okay? So, curing class, ito more or less class para sa akin. Actually, yeah. Dito na nagmamatter class kung paano yung strength gain ng concrete natin. It all depends class in the curing period of yung ating concrete. Okay? So, supposedly the class cement gains strength and hardness because of the chemical reaction between cement and water. This chemical reaction class requires moisture, favorable temperature, and time, referred to as yung curing period. Okay, so yun yung curing period natin, class. Yung pinaka-definition niya. So ang pinaka-definition naman natin, class, ng curing, it is the process of keeping concrete damp or like, yeah, yun, hydrated, class, yung wet siya. Okay. Tapos yun, class, the very objective class of curing is to prevent the loss of moisture from the concrete. So, ang pinaka parang cause nun class is yung evaporation. Tapos minsan class yung seepage, pababa. Depende kung saan nakapatong yung concrete mixture natin. Okay? So technically, class curing daw must be done at least 3 weeks and in no case less than 10. So ang minimum curing day natin, class curing period for a concrete class is 10 days. Okay? Tapos preferably daw class 21 days tayo. Okay? So, in terms of yung water requirement naman class sa isang bag of cement, 14 liters daw tayo dito. Okay? So, tuloy-tuloy lang natin class. Yan. So, meron tayong methods of curing. So, ito pala may chart tayo class. So, I figure, yeah. Gusto lang pala parating ng chart natin class. So, yung figure natin is ito. So, development of strength with age. So, supposedly daw class, no? Yeah. Ito. So, as the concrete ages class, it gains strength. Okay. Supposedly class, the strength of concrete is doubled if it is kept underwater than if the concrete is exposed to dry air. Kaya natin kinocure class kasi it is proven class yun nga. Okay? Curing, yeah. Parang it really helps the strength of concrete. Okay? So meron tayong number of ways class to cure the concrete. Okay? So ito yung parang pinaka-prevalent methods natin. So meron tayong tinatawag class ng water curing. So i-discuss class ng video natin in detail. Okay? So meron tayong water curing class, meron tayong steam curing. So in terms of yung water curing class, syempre, yun nga, from the name itself, gagamit tayo ng water. Okay? Tapos in terms of steam curing naman class, we'll make use of steam. Okay? Tapos others are, meron rin tayong curing by infrared radiation. Tapos meron rin tayong class ng curing by electrical means. Okay? Tapos in terms of curing class, syempre, ang pinaka-isang tanong natin dyan class, kailan natatapos yung curing period natin? Okay? So itong class yung curing period, discuss ko na lang class after. Pakita ko muna class yung different variations ng curing natin. Okay?
We have already discussed the aspect of hydration of cement in a video. Concrete attains its strength by the hydration of cement particles when placed. The hydration of cement is slow at the start and continue for a long time at a decreasing rate. The heat and product formation due to hydration of cement depends upon the extent of hydration. The cement requires a water-cement ratio about 0.23 for hydration and a water-cement ratio of 0.15 for filling the voids in the gel pores. In total water, cement.
So, yan class, diba, diniscuss na rin natin ito dun sa module 3, yung cement. So, ang minimum requirement natin class, water-cement ratio para full na mag-hydrate yung ating cement is 0.38.
Ratio of 0.38 requires for hydration and filling the voids in the gel pores. But in practical, higher water-cement ratio is required as concrete is open to atmosphere, as the water used in the concrete evaporates. Therefore, the curing of concrete is necessary for complete hydration of concrete to take place. Let's define curing of concrete as the process of keeping the concrete moist, so as the hydration of cement can continue. Defining more clearly, curing of concrete is the process of maintaining a satisfactory moisture concrete and a favorable temperature in concrete after the process of placing of concrete, so that the hydration of cement continues until the desired properties are developed to a sufficient degree to meet the requirement of services. Thus, curing of concrete is the most important process in concreting. There are different methods and sub-methods of curing of concrete. We will discuss one by one in the future videos. Still then, stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Water curing of concrete. Water curing is the best method of curing as it fulfills all the requirements of curing, such as hydration of cement, elimination of shrinkage and absorption of the heat of hydration. Water curing is generally done in different ways, such as immersion.
So, ito na yung class. Ito na yung parang first variation ng curing natin class, no? Water curing. Okay. So, attention lang tayo class.
Ponding, spraying or fogging, and wet covering. The type of water curing is adopted based on the requirements of concrete. That is, the precast concrete items are typically immersed in curing tanks for a certain duration. Ponding is adopted for pavement slabs, roof slab, etc. Spraying or fogging is done on a vertical retaining wall or plastered surfaces or concrete columns, etc. In some cases, wet coverings such as wet gunny bags, hessian cloth, jute matting, straw, etc. are wrapped to a vertical surface for keeping the concrete wet. Apart from these, for horizontal surfaces, sawdust, earth or sand are also used as a wet covering to keep the concrete in wet condition for a longer time so that the concrete is not unduly dried to prevent hydration. These are all the methods adopted for water curing. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Membrane curing of concrete. In some places, where there is an acute shortage of water, water curing may not be possible for reasons of economy. We know that curing of concrete is done as water added in the concrete gets evaporated after being placed. If water curing is not possible, covering with a membrane will effectively seal off the evaporation of water from concrete. However, a small amount of water is sprayed before covering with the membrane.
So, in a way, class, yung membrane curing, parang ito rin lang yung sub-variation class ni water curing, no? Okay? So, panoorin natin for detailed explanation.
There are large number of sealing compounds developed in recent years. Some of the common materials used are bituminous compounds, polyethylene or polyester film, waterproof paper, rubber compounds, etc. Initially, the bituminous compound was being used for this purpose. As bituminous compound is black in color, it absorbs heat from the concrete when converted to the top surface of the concrete. This results in the increase of temperature in the body of concrete, which is undesirable. Thus, other modified materials which are not black in color came in use. However, bituminous compound coated with lime is being used as lime wash prevents heat absorption. To obtain best results, a small amount of water is sprayed before covering with the membrane. Normally, 2 or 3 coats may be required for effective sealing of the surface to prevent the evaporation of water. The reason for large use of membrane curing is due to increase in volume of construction, shortage of water, need for conservation of water, increase in cost of labor, and availability of effective curing compounds.
So, technically class yung membrane curing, yun nga. Diba, more or less kasi pag sa water curing, discussed previously, parang gusto nilang submerge mo yung tubig or i-pond mo, okay? So, parang yan nga, mas economical form of water curing yung membrane curing, okay?
Membrane curing is commonly preferred for curing canal lining, sloping roofs and textured surface of concrete pavements. In case of waterproofing, paper or polyethylene film are used as the membrane. Sufficient care must be taken to see there is no puncture. At membrane curing, it should be checked that whether adequate lapping is given at the junction and these laps are effectively sealed. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Curing by application of heat. We all know that the development of strength of concrete is not only depends on the time but also the temperature of the surroundings. Thus, when the concrete is subjected to a higher temperature, it accelerates the hydration process, resulting in faster retaining of strength. As the presence of moisture is essential, the concrete cannot be subjected to dry heat to accelerate the hydration process. Therefore, subjecting the concrete to the higher temperature and meanwhile maintaining the required wetness can be achieved by any process of steam curing.
So again, class, ito naman na yung, yung explanation niya. Ito sa steam curing. Okay?
Infrared curing or electrical curing. As this method of curing makes the concrete to attain strength faster. Thus, it has many advantages such as accelerated setting time, the time required for curing is less, etc. But, this method is most commonly adopted in the curing of prefabricated elements. The different methods of curing by application of heat are steam curing at ordinary pressure, steam curing at high pressure, curing by infrared radiation, and electrical curing. We will discuss each method in detail in future videos. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Steam curing at ordinary pressure. Steam curing at ordinary pressure is generally adopted for prefabricated concrete elements. The application of steam curing in construction site will be a little difficult task. However, steam curing at site is done by forming a steam jacket with the help of tarpaulin or thick polyethylene sheets. But it is found to be inefficient in site. Steam curing at ordinary pressure is done on prefabricated elements stored in a chamber. The chamber should be big enough to hold a day's production. The door is closed and steam is applied either continuously or intermittently. The accelerated hydration takes place at the higher temperature and the concrete product.
So yung class na supposedly steam curing class, ito is para sa mga precast concrete siya. So ilalagay natin siya class sa isang compartment. Tapos dun niya i-apply yung curing. Okay?
Attain the 28 days strength of normal concrete in about 3 days. In large prefabricated factories, they have tunnel curing arrangements. The tunnel of sufficient dimensions are maintained at a different temperature. The concrete products are mounted on trolleys, move at a very slow speed, subjecting the concrete products progressively to the required temperature. The trolleys are kept stationary for a while and finally pulled out of a tunnel. The influence of curing temperature on strength of concrete is shown on the graph. Steam curing is commonly adopted for precast elements, especially pre-stressed concrete sleepers. For rapid development of strength, some special type of cement is being used. The girders used in bridges are being cured by this process. A typical steam curing cycle at ordinary pressure is shown on the screen. It consists of various durations and temperature given for different period. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Steam curing of concrete at high pressure. The high pressure.
So, dalawa yung variations ng steam curing nyo. Last pa na yung low tsaka high pressure. So, panoorin na rin natin class na.
Steam curing is carried out in a closed chamber. The precast elements are placed in the closed chamber and the superheated steam at high pressure and high temperature is applied to the concrete. This process is also called autoclaving. The autoclaving process is done for curing precast concrete products in the factories. Most probably, lightweight concrete products are cured by this method. The advantages of high-pressure steam curing are: the concrete can be cured in 1 day or less to obtain 28 days strength of normal concrete. The concrete cured in this method exhibits higher resistance to sulfate attack, freezing and thawing action and chemical action. Also, the concrete exhibits lower drying shrinkage and moisture movement. In high-pressure steam curing, the concrete is subjected to a maximum temperature of 175 degrees Celsius, which corresponds to a steam pressure of about 8.5 kg/cm. High-pressure steam-cured concrete is somewhat brittle and whitish in color. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Curing of concrete by infrared radiation.
So ito na kasi yung next variation, no? So curing by infrared radiation. Okay, so ito lang natin, class.
Curing of concrete by infrared radiation is generally done by the application of infrared to the concrete. In this method, the strength of concrete can be gained faster than in the steam curing methods. The initial high temperature given to the concrete does not cause any decrease in the ultimate strength. This method of curing is commonly adopted for curing of hollow concrete products. The heaters are placed in the hollow space presented in the concrete products. The normal operative temperature of this method is about 90 degrees Celsius. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel. Electrical curing of concrete.
So ito, class, yung last variation natin ng curing. So yeah, introducing electrical current naman. Okay.
Electrical curing of concrete is widely adopted in very cold climatic regions. Besides, usage of this method in ordinary climatic conditions is found to be uneconomic. In this method, the concrete is cured by passing an alternating current through the concrete between two electrodes in the form of plates placed entire area of the opposite sides. The potential difference between the plates is maintained as 30 volt or 60 volt. Sufficient care must be taken to prevent the complete escape of moisture from the concrete. By electrical curing method, the concrete can attain the normal 28 days strength in a period of 3 days. However, this method is rarely adopted as it is expensive. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views, and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel.
Okay, so that ends, class, yung curing natin. Okay, so yun yung variations ng curing, no? Okay, so supposedly, class, in terms of curing, related rin dyan in class yung removal ng formwork. Kasi supposedly, class, yeah, yung deshattering natin, class, or yung stripping natin ng formwork, is related, yun nga, dun sa curing period ng concrete. Kumbaga, supposedly kasi, class, dapat saka mo lang aalisin yung formwork, class, kapag fully cured na, or like pwede na, kaya na niyang buhatin kung ano yung load na pinubuhat niya. Okay? So, yeah, discuss natin yung, class. So, supposedly daw, class, no? Forms can be strict where the concrete is strong enough to support its weight. Okay? Saka the weight of any loads to be carried. Okay, so meron tayong table, class, no? So supposedly, class, for every type ng formwork, meron tayong time of removal ng formwork natin. Yung deshattering time. Okay? So pag usapang vertical sidings yan, class, so yung mga nakatayo na formworks natin, so meron tayo sa walls, sa columns, tsaka, class, yung sidings ng beams, slabs, tsaka yung footings. Pwede na natin siyang tanggalin, class, pag lumipas na yung 24 hours or 24 to 48 hours. So minimum natin, class, supposedly is yung 24 hours. So bakit siya may range, class? Ito, class, depende kasi yan dun sa magdidesisyon na lang nito, class, is yung project engineer natin. Okay? Pero supposedly, class, ang minimum hours natin, class, or time period for removal is 1 day, 24 hours. Okay? Pag slabs naman, class, syempre, ito na yung mga petan ng slabs, class, no? 3 days daw, class. Pwede na natin alisin yun. Given, class, na dapat yung scaffolding magstay. Okay? So, paano mo aalisin, class, yung formers ng slab mo? nang hindi naalis yung scaffolding, technically class, ibalik mo. Okay? Kumbaga ang pinaglalaban niyo dito class, dapat may support pa rin siya. Pero given na class na parang, yun nga, nag-harden naman na yung slab mo. Kailangan mo lang suportahan class kasi baka mag-deflect yan. Okay? So same class sa beam runners or ito lang yung class yung nasa bottom part ng beams natin. So medyo pag swapang beams, parehas lang yan sa arcs, no? So pwede na rin daw tanggalin class yung mga beam runners natin in 7 days. Again class, dapat iwanan natin yung scaffolds dun sa baba. Yung nagbubuhat class dun sa beam mismo. Okay? Tapos meron rin tayo class, so kailan natin aalisin? Pwedeng alisin yung mga scaffolds na support ng beam tsaka slab natin class. So kapag yung slab natin class less than 4.5 meter yung span, okay, pwede na siyang tanggalin class yung scaffoldings in 7 days. Okay? Kapag yung slab natin class more than 4.5 in terms of span, yung scaffoldings, magsistay doon until naka 14 days ka na. Okay? Pag-usapang beams naman class or arches, so yung scaffoldings nila, depende yan ulit. So kapag less than 6 meters class or equal to 6 meters yung span ng beam mo, stay mo yung scaffolds class for 14 days. Okay? Kapag more than 6 meters naman class, supposedly magsistay yung scafs mo 21 days. Okay? Fun fact pala class, meron tayong tinatawag na false works. Okay? So ano yung false works na yun class? Yun yung mga scaffolding. Supposedly kasi class, ang definition natin ng false works, ito yung temporary structure natin dun sa construction site. So, yan yung mga scaffoldings class, yung mga support class ng formworks natin. Okay? So, moving on class, no? So, andito na tayo sa stage 6 ng production of concrete natin class, no? So, ito na class yung ating curing. Okay? So, meron tayong 5 types ng curing class, no? Meron tayong tinatawag class na water curing. Yan. Okay? Tapos meron siyang sub-variation class. Ito yung tinatawag natin class na membrane curing. Kumbaga class, mas economical type ng water curing. Membrane curing. Okay? Second variation of curing natin class, meron tayong tinatawag na steam curing. So again class, technically yung water curing kasi ginagamit natin yan dun sa, ayan na, yung nakakabit na class, hindi na pwedeng tanggalin class, yung in situ concrete natin. Okay. So yung steam curing class and yung mga susunod, hindi. Itong steam curing naman class, ginagamit to para sa precast concrete natin. Okay, kasi kailangan mo siya kasi ilagay sa loob ng isang yung machine nila kung saan mag-i-emit siya ng steam. Okay? Third variation class, pwede rin natin gamitin yung infrared radiation. So, infrared radiation curing. Yan. Okay. So, technically class, mas malakas to. So, ang isang fighting point kasi ng steam curing, di ba? Kasi mabilis siya. Kumbaga, yeah, in certain days class, pwede na cure na yung concrete. So, faster form class na steam curing is yung infrared radiation. So, mas mabilis mag-dry or mag-cure yung concrete natin. Okay? So, D class, meron naman tayo ng electrical curing. Electrical curing. Okay? So, saan naman ginagamit class yung electrical curing? Kapag super malamig dun sa place nyo, pag winter in a way. Okay? So, the safest way class, yun nga, to hasten the curing, electrical curing. Okay? Tapos lastly class, ay, wala na pala. Yan. Okay? Tapos meron tayo class tinatawag na ito. No, formwork removal. Okay? So, in a way class, related siya sa curing. Kaya din-discuss ko dito. So, meron tayo ng form work removal. Okay? So yung formwork removal class, yun nga, dependent siya dun sa curing period ng structural element na ginagawa mo ng formwork. Okay? So meron lang tayong considerations dito class. Siyempre, ano yung type? Ano yung type ng formwork mo no class, no? Type of formwork. Okay. Tapos ito na class yung removal time natin. Okay. So, supposedly class, yan, nakahiwalay dito yung mga vertical sidings natin class, no? So, yun na lang. Vertical sidings. Okay. So, kapag yung formwork mo class nakatayo or vertically oriented siya class, pwede na siya between 24 to 48 hours. Okay? So may range siya class. Minimum natin dapat 24 hours. No? So depende na yan dun sa engineer in charge na magdedesisyon. Okay? Then again class, minimum is 1 day. Okay? Tapos class, meron tayo ng slab. Okay? So for slabs class, okay na yan within 3 days. Okay? But then again class, dapat iwanan mo yung scaffolds sa baba. Balik mo. Okay? Tapos meron tayo class ng beam runner. Okay? So sa beam runner class, 7 days. So titignan nyo class, mas mataas talaga class dapat yung curing period ng beam runner compared to slab. Bakit class? For the simple reason class na yung beam ang nagbubukat sa slab. Okay. So, dapat mas matagal class yung curing period ng beam runner kasi class, binubuhat rin niya yung slab. Okay. So, pag kino-compare nyo class, bakit sir ganun? Parang mas matagal pa rin sa beam kasi sa slab. Yan. Yun lang yung reason niya class. Kasi yung beam, siya yung nagbubuhat sa slab. Okay. Tapos yun nga, di ba, for the beam and slab class, kailangan natin iwanan yung mga scaffoldings or ibalik natin after natin matanggal yung mga formworks. Okay. So, kailan naman natin class tatanggalin yung mga scaffoldings? So, yung scaffolding class of slab. Okay. So, yung scaffolding ng slab class, depende yan dun sa span. So, kapag less than or equal to 4.5 meters yung span class ng pan mo, 7 days rin tayo. Okay. Pero yun nga, the moment class na greater than 4.5 meters na yung span ng slab mo, yung scafs mo, supposedly magsistay sila for 14 days. Okay? Tapos class, yung scaff naman ng beams mo. Okay? So, depende ulit class. Dapat pag less than or equal to 6 meters, yung span ng beam mo class, 14 days rin siya. Yung scaff to class. Tapos pag more than 6 meters na yung span or yung length ng beam mo class, dapat magstay yung scaffoldings mo class ng 21 days. Okay? So, yun class. That's it for the curing stage. Okay? So after curing class, ito na yung last, ito na yung finishing. Okay? So again class, ang pinaka-purpose lang class ng finishing class, supposedly class after mag-harden yung concrete natin, tinanggal mo class yung mga formworks, kailangan natin gawing pleasing to the eye class yung surface ng concrete na yun. So aesthetic purposes lang ito class. Okay? So meron tayong tatlong treatments or finishing methods class, no? So it will be further explained class by the video. Medyo short lang siya. So pakinggan na lang natin. Okay?
Finishing of concrete. Finishing of concrete is the last stage in the manufacture of concrete. Concrete is generally used because of their high compressive strength. Besides, the finishes of concrete products are not so pleasant. So, the concrete surfaces are generally covered with tiles, veneers, marbles, etc., in order to provide sufficient appearance to the surface. But, in the past couple of decades, huge efforts have been made to develop surface finishes to the concrete surfaces. The common concrete surface finishes are formwork finishes, surface treatments and applied finishes. Formwork finishes. Generally, concrete takes up the shape of forms. A variety of shapes are made in recent times. By careful preparation of formwork, proper mix design and skilled workmanship, smooth surface can be achieved. Surface treatments. Surface treatments are generally done based on the purpose for which the concrete surface is being used. For example, a road pavement surface should be plain with sufficient roughness. In this case, surface treatment is done with the help of the broom or the thick brushes to make the surface rough.
Yeah. Kung hindi nyo tipal tayo aware class yan. Kung titignan yung roads, pinawalis lang nila yung class. So, kung ka lang ng walis ting-ting class, tapos walisin mo, ma-achieve mo na yung parang rough surface nun. Okay? So, in terms naman class dun sa formwork finish, yan, yung dito, sa formwork finish class. Kaya sila gumagamit class ng phenolic board. Okay? Kasi di ba ang conventional class ang ginagamit nila is yung plywood. Pag plywood kasi, hindi ganun kaganda yung finish pag tinanggal mo na yung formworks mo. Okay? Kaya sila gumagamit class no phenolic board. Kasi maganda class, makinis yun. Hindi ka na kailangang magpalitada actually. Yun na yung finish no concrete element mo. Okay? Yan. Tapos yun nga, for the winawalis lang yan. So tuloy natin.
To make the surface rough. Applied finishes. Generally, the exposed surfaces of the concrete elements must be modified to give a pleasant appearance. The concrete surface is roughened, cleaned and wetted. Over this, a cement mortar of ratio 1:3 is applied. Above the mortar, sand or pebble rendering can be done to provide the sufficient finishes.
So yeah, meron rin tayong tinatawag yung sandblasting. Supposedly class yan yung sand, no? Actually, ano lang talaga to? Parang yung mortar rin lang. Kumuha lang ng pebbles na ganyan. Tapos, finish mo dun. So, imagine nyo yung mortar, di ba class yung sand, tsaka cement, or kung ano yung gusto mong finish class. So, ang ginamit niya is ito. Tapos, kumuha lang siya, linagyan niya lang ng semento class. Hinalo niya, tapos linatag niya dyan. Okay? Yan yung sinatawag natin sandblasting class. Tapos yun, pressurized water, bugahan mo. Kumbaga, i-wash away niya class yung naiiwan na cement. Tapos, ang may iwan class is yung gravel mo or yung finish mo, yung sand mo. Ma-achieve mo to.
Our long series on the manufacture of concrete has reached the end.
So, yan. That ends class yung part ng manufacturing or yung production ng concrete natin. Okay? So, para okay na tayo sa video class, i-summarize ko lang ulit. Okay? So, yun nga class, ang last part ng ating manufacture or production of concrete class. So, stage 7 na tayo, no? Yan. Yung finishing class. Okay. So, ang pinaka-objective lang natin sa finishing class, dapat present to the eye yung finished product ng concrete natin. Okay. So, to attain this class, again, meron tayong tatlong ways or methods. So, meron tayong formwork finishes. So, parang kung ano yung itsura ng forma mo, class, yun na yung itsura ng finish ng concrete mo. Again, class, ang ginagamit na natin yun is yung phenolic board para makinis. Okay? Tapos meron rin tayo class ng surface treatment. Treatments. So, ito naman class, yung aalisin mo na yung formworks tapos iti-treat mo. In a way, class, again, yun na yung walis. Para ma-attain mo class yung rough surface class. Pare, siguro walkway yan. Walisin mo lang class. Gamit yung walis ting-ting. Tapos yung parang mga linya-linya. Nakikita nyo linya-linya kasi. Saan walis lang yun? Okay. So, lastly class, meron tayong tinatawag na yung applied. Yan. Ito na yung last finishing natin. Applied finishes. Okay. Yan na class yung parang yan. Yung sandblasting. Ito. Pebble dash. Okay. So, yan class. Yan na natin dito. So, this ends class part 3 of module 4. So kung titignan natin class, kung i-continue natin. Oh, yeah. So supposedly class, sa part 4, we continue with ito, water concrete. Water for concrete. Ayan, yung tamang water for concrete. Okay? So again, class, thank you for staying. See you sa part 4 ng module 4 natin. Bye!